Hi, my name is Micah Conlon. I'm 36 years old and I'm a school administrator.
Hi, my name is Jamie Conlon and I am 39 years old and I'm a teacher.
And we're excited about the opportunity to possibly be on House Hunters. Our experience has been pretty interesting, I think we would say.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, we've probably looked at over 50 houses, and that's kind of rare for us because usually, well, I'm pretty decisive. Sometimes Jamie's not so much decisive, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Well, we looked at a lot of houses, which caused a lot of good conversations between us.
Yeah, it caused a lot of frustration is what he's trying to say, because after about the 20th house, honestly, at that point, I was ready to give up and to be done with the whole thing. But our realtor encouraged us to keep going, that there was this perfect house out there. And probably after about 20 more houses later, we finally were able to come to some sort of agreement on a house that we looked at.
Yeah, we had to compromise quite a bit, but I think we found something that hopefully will work. Hopefully it'll work. Well, a couple of things that I really wanted to have in a house. I was looking for an open floor plan. That was very important to me. I like family, just being all in the same area, and that was a big deal for me. Not so much for Jamie, though, unfortunately.
Yeah, not so much for me. He's all about fancy, so don't let him even fool you for 1 second. He's not just an open floor plan guy. He's a ready to move in guy. He's a fancy fixture guy. He's a sprawling ceiling guy. It was all about the nice upgrades, whereas I was more about the layout and its functionality. I was more about the charm of an older home, a well-built home, a well-established neighborhood. And so we were on complete opposite ends of the spectrum for our wish list. And also on my wish list was hardwood floors, because I have 3 children, well, 4, including him. And I knew what a mess carpets had been in the past. So my one big essential was hardwood floors, and also a wood-burning fireplace, because I do not like gas.
Yeah, she doesn't like gas, but I know from, I guess, my administrative role that I understand how efficient gas is, but she doesn't see that importance of being efficient. The whole thing about the upgrades and stuff, I do like things that are new and things that are nice, because we entertain people from the school, but the big deal is that she doesn't understand. Being the administrator, I'm very, very busy, so I don't have a lot of time to do all these home projects. It's not that I mind doing them, I do them. It's just I'd rather buy something that's a little bit nicer. Now, she wanted big square footage because of our kids and the growing family. I was more willing to compromise and get a smaller house with the nicer upgrades and make sure it's finished.
What is the point of washing your hands in like a granite countertop sink, but yet you're bumping into each other when you're in the bathroom? That makes no sense to me, okay? I would rather have something that has a double sink, for instance, a bigger bathroom, than to, worry about the color of the granite on my countertop. So, yeah. Yes, we were very, very opposite ends of the spectrum to that point as well.
Well, we were opposite in a couple other things too. The architectural style was really different. We had built 2 previous houses, and
that was not a fun experience either. Let me just go ahead and tell you.
It was a great experience.
No, I established from the very beginning that we were not building this time, because I did not know if either of us would survive through that process again.
Yeah, well, we made it through 2, so I think 3's the charm, and we could definitely do it a 3rd time, but she didn't think so. So what we ended up doing, I wanted the 2 houses we had previously. One was a Cape Cod and one was a 2-story, and that's what I preferred, to have that extra open space. She's more of a ranch girl, likes everything on the same story.
Yeah, because here's the thing. I do the laundry, and so for me to do the laundry and have to carry it up 2 flights of stairs was not really what I wanted to do anymore. And so yes, I was wanting convenience. I was thinking long term. If we stay in this house a long time, I did not want to be running up and down
But
2 flights of
that's
stairs.
part of the problem, because the house that we're probably going to end up getting was built back in the 60s. So if we stay in it for a while, it's going to be a 100-year-old house before we know it. And that's kind of why I wanted to get that new construction, because we could actually grow into the family and move into the house.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. With a well-established home, it has already stood the test of time, and that was important to me as well. The house, I wanted it to be very well loved and taken care of, and that was important to me. And as far as architectural style for me, yes, ranch, but I also wanted the features of the cottage type charm, the wainscoting, things like that. So we very much differed in style.
I thought she just said she didn't want upgrades. I consider wainscoting.
Okay, no.
Anyways, when we're thinking about our dream home, we share some similarities, but on opposite ends of the world, if that makes any sense. She's a beach girl, so she would like a small, quaint little house on the beach. I'm more of a mountain guy. I like the outdoors, and so I would prefer that. And so that was one of the big differences. I would like a nice home.
He would like to be a secluded recluse in the mountains of wherever, and I would be basking in the sun and wonderful ocean breeze in my infinity pool and hot tub and quaint cottage, beautiful architectural style of a beach cottage.
You didn't like upgrades. An infinity pool is an
okay,
upgrade.
well, we're talking no money objection here. Okay, this is if we realistically had our dream home, and I would like the guys from Fixer Upper to come and help us with that. Well, if money was no object.
Yeah, if money was no object. It would be an even more interesting experience, I'm sure, if money was not an object.
Yes.
Well, when we're wrapping everything up, we like to think about some of the deal breakers of the houses that we were considering. One of the big deal breakers for me was location. Being the school administrator, I wanted to be close to home, but I also like that secluded feel. I need a little solace of some kind when I get home from work. And that's another reason I didn't want those projects to have to be worried about. So that was a deal breaker. Having a formal dining room was the deal breaker. We've had formal dining rooms before because she thought she wanted a formal dining room, but it was never even used. So that was a waste of time and waste of money. But that's why I was thinking we get a smaller house.
Yeah, well, that was about the only thing that we actually agreed on, is that we both did not want a formal dining room. However, cosmetically, we could not have been any more opposed to each other. I wanted some tile here and there. I wanted the hardwood floors.
But those are upgrades.
As far as the deal breaker, though, the deal breaker for me would probably have been possibly the yard itself. I wanted a big enough yard. I wanted a established neighborhood. And as far as the house, I wanted the functionality of the house to really be one that we could be comfortable in, and that our kids would have their own space. And that was always the deal breaker for me when we were house hunting. We wanted the kids to have their own spaces, and to have the kitchen was a big deal as far as being one unit where everybody could gather together.
Yeah, so although we do have our differences, we do have some similarities, and especially centered around our family, because we love our kids, and I love my wife, although we're differences in a lot of different areas in a lot of different ways. But we hope we get the opportunity to share our story even more with you guys, and possibly on the show. And we look forward to hearing from you guys soon. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you.